Hello, lovely people. Viv going live from York, my usual time. So I wasn't going to do this idea today. I can't remember what I was going to do, to be honest, but that sums up my day, really. But just because of how my day has been, it suddenly got me thinking, because I've had a bit of a crazy day. So I ended up going to A&E this morning because I stupidly got a bud stuck in my ear, and when I called 111, they said I had to go because it can become infected and stuff. So I ended up going to A&E, which obviously I really didn't want to do because I haven't really been out that much since lockdown, and it sort of threw my whole day off just because I'd got plans on what I was doing, and I'd been getting up, and the first thing I've been doing is my lengths in my pool for my fundraiser. So it's sort of, I got back from A&E. I mean, I was only there for about an hour and a half, which was pretty good actually. And it just got me thinking about time, because when I was there, it just seemed really odd. Even though I was only there for an hour and a half, time really slowed down because I really didn't want to be there. And it got me thinking about time. And I did a philosophy degree when that was my first degree. So I get a bit weird when I start thinking about things. So I just thought I'd share my thoughts. So it started me thinking, because I'd taken some stuff to do, but because I was wearing a face mask and it kept slipping, I was getting steamed up glasses, so I couldn't do my reading and all the stuff I'd taken with me. So I ended up just sort of people observing, which was really interesting, and talking to another guy who was there having done something equally as daft as me, to be honest. And it got me thinking about time, because I didn't want to go to A&E. I didn't want to waste their time. I felt guilty for having done something so silly that needed me going to A&E. Time really slowed down because I didn't want to be there. And it got me thinking about how other things I do manipulate time, makes it feel like time is going slow or all time is going faster, which has happened a lot during lockdown. You know, I look back and think, my goodness, it was like just before Christmas that I had the car accident and my dad was diagnosed, and then he died at the end of January, and that seems so far away, but then it's really not. And it got me thinking about what are the other things I do when time either slows down or speeds up or just feels like it's flowing more, and whether that can be manipulated with. So I've done a bit of experimenting today with that. And I found that when I was doing things I didn't sort of quite want to do, like, so when I got in the pool to do my lengths, time really slowed down. It seemed to take a lot longer. It was we timed me and it was 6 minutes, but it felt a lot longer, which I thought was really interesting. Because I was counting and being quite mindful about what I was doing, because if I go too fast, I could fall over. And also the fact that it was really cold, so I was sort of keeping an eye on how much I was doing. And I was doing that thing, I don't know if people have seen the Hacksaw Ridge film about the guy who saved lots of people. He was a medic and saved lots of people. And he did that thing of just... He went and got them to the ridge, got them down the ridge, and just went, I think he was praying to God, and he was just saying, God, just let me find one more person. And he just kept going and going and going and going, because he said just one more person. And I found that really interesting doing my lengths today, that I was struggling to do them because I'd been thrown off, my time had been thrown off by going to A&E. But I just kept going, just 8 more, because I knew I'd added on a certain number of 8. So I just kept going, just 8 more, just 8 more. I just need to do 8 more. And it really, really helped with sort of speeding up the time, even though I was doing it in a mindful way. But this evening I've done a couple of shamanic journeys for various reasons. I've got a little group I meet with, and every week we do a shamanic journey that we then share with each other. And that's something I've always thought about from the point of view of manipulating time, because you can go on, quite often I do like a 20-minute shamanic journey, but actually whilst you're there, it can really speed up time. So you can manage to fit quite a lot of stuff into 20 minutes. I actually find that quite productive if I put in there the idea of actually getting loads of stuff done, although you have a very specific purpose to go, but you can just seem to fit a lot of. So I've thought about maybe experimenting doing that with more of a mindful thing in mind. So actually going on a shamanic journey to say, can I get lots of things done and get and do some relaxing? And it's the idea of finding that flow, but allowing it also to slow down, which I quite liked, like finding the flow but letting it slow. So finding more time to do stuff. So then I thought about going on a journey to find out, is there a way that maybe in the morning, without having to go on a 20-minute shamanic journey, can I extend time for that day? And I've been doing some other stuff recently, and so what I'm going to try for about a week and see if it makes a difference is when I'm waking up in the morning, you know, in that sort of hazy in between time, between waking, like dreaming and waking, to do the idea, I think it was mentioned by I think it was Esther Hicks who came up with something similar, but to say, wouldn't it be great if today I did all the things I need to do with ease and joy and had time to spare? So I'm going to do a bit of an experiment and probably come back to it next week, that if I do that in the morning and I set the intention for it to be a great day when I get everything done that I want to do with ease and joy, and then had time to spare, how that would work. So I just thought I'd put that out there, because normally when I tell everybody out there what I'm doing, it sort of it forces me to actually go along with the crazy ideas that come up in my head, and just see if anybody wanted to join me in there. So it's worth, I think it's called segment intending is what Esther Hicks called it. So she had the idea of, wouldn't it be great if, and then you just list the things that you want to get that want to be nice that day. I think she did it with, wouldn't it be nice if, you know, that your breakfast was really lovely with your partner, or you got all the things done that you wanted to do, or you got the kids to school nicely, or all that sort of thing. But I thought I'd do it more with time, because today time has been very odd because of the A&E thing, and then getting in the swimming pool at a different time to what I was planning. And then I've sort of really chilled out this afternoon because I wanted to look after my own energy. But then I did those shamanic journeys where I felt like I've packed about 3 hours of stuff that I needed to get done into like 20 minutes whilst I was doing one of my journeys. It just made me think about that idea of time can slow, a bit like when you're dreaming and you wake up and think, wow, you've just felt like you've spent 2 years asleep, but in fact obviously you've only been asleep for a couple of hours, and whether that can be manipulated a bit more. So I just thought I'd share those ideas, and if anybody wants to join in with me and tell me how it goes, that would be cool. So I'll just read it out. Wouldn't it be great if today I did all the things I need to do with ease and joy and had time to spare? So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next at least 7 days, because obviously I'm still doing my lengths in the swimming pool, so I'm going to be experimenting with that a bit as well to see if that helps with sort of slightly shifting time and getting more done and stuff. But also I'm going to be doing it with a bit of my shamanic journeying as well, and I know other people like do meditation or creative visualizations. It'd be lovely to hear if, when you're doing those sorts of things, do you feel like you get to manipulate time a bit more? And I know people say from journaling, once that, you know, when you do that sort of brain dumping thing, it just frees you up to be more free to do the stuff you want to do. I sometimes find it with composing poetry, or when I'm listening to music, it just makes everything flow a bit better and time seems to slow down a bit more, and I seem to be able to manage to get more stuff into what I'm doing. So I just thought I'd put that out there. Some of the crazy things going through my head. This is what happens when you end up in A&E on a Thursday morning when you weren't planning to. So I just thought I'd share. Just remember, you're all amazing, wonderful, fantastic human beings. Get in touch if you want to know any more about the stuff I do, like the shamanic work I do, or essential oils. And everybody take care. Okay, bye.